Nearly 6 months of conflict have renewed divisions over the leadership of hardline Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Tens of thousands of Israelis staged the largest anti-government protest since the country went to war with Hamas in October on Sunday. Protesters in central Jerusalem urged the government to reach a ceasefire deal to free dozens of hostages held in Gaza by Palestinian militants and to hold early elections. Israeli society was broadly united immediately after October 7, when Hamas killed some 1,200 people during a cross-border attack and took 250 others hostage. Nearly 6 months of conflict have renewed divisions over the leadership of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, however. Netanyahu has vowed to destroy Hamas and bring all the hostages home, yet those goals have been elusive. While Hamas has suffered heavy losses, it remains intact. Roughly half the hostages in Gaza were released during a week-long ceasefire in November. But attempts by international mediators to bring home the remaining hostages have failed. Hostages' families believe time is running out, and they are getting more vocal about their displeasure with Netanyahu. "We believe that no hostages will come back with this government because they're busy putting sticks in the wheels of negotiations for the hostages," said Boaz Atzalai, whose cousin, Aviv Atzalai, and his wife, Liat, were kidnapped on October 7. Liat was released, but Aviv was killed, and his body is in Gaza. Protesters blame Netanyahu for the failures of October 7 and say deep political divisions over his attempted judicial overhaul last year weakened Israel ahead of the attack. Some accuse him of damaging relations with the United States, the country's most important ally. Netanyahu is also facing a litany of corruption charges, which are slowly making their way through the courts. Critics say his decisions appear to be focused on political survival over the national interest. Opinion polls show Netanyahu and his coalition trailing far behind their rivals if elections were held today. Unless his governing coalition falls apart sooner, Netanyahu won't face elections until the spring of 2026. Protest organizers vowed to continue demonstrating for several days. They urged the government to hold new elections nearly 2 years ahead of schedule. Netanyahu, in a nationally televised speech before undergoing hernia surgery later Sunday, said he understood families' pain. But he said calling new elections, in what he described as a moment before victory, would paralyze Israel for 6 to 8 months and stall the hostage talks. Netanyahu's governing coalition appears to remain firmly intact, for now.